Hey, so I'm gonna be doing something today that some people might consider maybe possibly kind of dumb, but we're gonna do it anyways.
So we see these chairs, right, okay. So they're cute and everything, but you know, I'm not ecstatic about the zebra print on them. So when I first got these chairs, I thought, well, the zebra print might be okay in my kitchen because I have a lot of like that eggshell type of color going on. Not that I love it, but it's a rental and that's what I have to deal with because I am not going through the trouble of repainting absolutely everything. So, I was like, they might be okay, but I just don't love them. I have black appliances and I don't know if it really fits very well and I kind of want to give it some contrast. So I thought to myself a while ago, I kind of want to make these black. So I bought black paint and I was like, I'm going to paint these and like reupholster them myself because I figured, well, I can't lift these out of the shell that they're in, so I really don't want to have to deal with like fabric. But my dumb self didn't actually try to lift them. Easily I could put cloth over this anyways, but like I already have the paint, so I might as well just paint them, and if it goes wrong I can just cover them. So, let's get painting. If you're a hoarder with your ads like I am, you can just use a bunch of old newspapers and ads. Also for this, I've seen many YouTubers use like cans of things, and I barely have any cans in my house, so we're just gonna use this off-brand chicken noodle soup can. So I should probably mention the things that you might need for this DIY. You can get any kind of home decor like chalk paint, but I do recommend getting a chalk paint, and I also recommend getting a wax to coat it after it's dry. I also recommend getting one of these bad babies. Not that you need to, you can get like a paintbrush or anything, but like this really soaks it up, you know? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put my handy dandy cushion on top of my handy dandy cans. Oh, I don't like that.
Do you guys ever feel like your cats are just like secretly plotting your death? Because that's how I feel right now. So we won't open this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I hope you can see because I can't see you. Ugh. Oh man, this is getting everywhere. Paper towel. We're just gonna soak it in. Here we go. Let's just... Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if I read somewhere that you're supposed to dilute this stuff before putting it directly on. I really hope that's not the case, because I just put it right on there. When you're making a YouTube tutorial for something and you don't know what you're doing, honestly, me, goals. Well, it's definitely black at least. I'm gonna do the rest of this and then I'm gonna come back.
Well, I already messed up. You're supposed to dilute that, or else it'll feel gross, I guess. So, I'm gonna put some water on it, pretend like it didn't even happen. I'm gonna do the rest of the chair with the 1-to-1 ratio of water and paint. So after doing that, my consistency of paint looks kind of like drippy, but like not terribly drippy. Oh no! Ew! Oh god! Oh my god! No! This DIY is over! Okay, I'm gonna proceed with caution, because I have no idea where it went, and it's not coming out. I'm actually terrified. Yeah, that's right, you try. Ah! Jesus Christ. You squashed it all over my paper.
Where'd he go?
Is he on the bottom of your shoe?
Right. There he is. He's just blind. I knew I got him pretty good.
I was gonna have nightmares tonight. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled program. So let's try this out and see what this looks like. Okay, this looks virtually the same, so that makes me feel better because I was dumb before and I just kind of painted it on without using any water. So that's good. Go over this again, get some water in there, really cover that. So don't make the same mistake as I did. Actually just dilute it 1-to-1. Thanks. Honestly, what are DIYs without messing up a little bit, you know? Like we can't all be, like, perfect, you know what I mean? Like, we can't all just be, like, this amazing DIY person. I'm a human being, and this is what I am. A mess up. 10 minutes later, and I have finished the first coat. We're gonna let it dry, and I'm kind of worried about it because that first spot that I just directly put the dye on is looking different to everything else, which I'm kind of like, ugh. But if I messed it up, you know, I can only blame me, so it's whatever. And it's really not that noticeable, just in the light and stuff. But you live and you learn. Don't do what I did. So I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm gonna get started on my other cushion. Alright, so far, this is what they're looking like. I put them in a separate room to dry, because if not, my cats would, like, get paint all over them. The only thing I'm not happy with, again, is, like I said, this spot that's right there that I'm seeing. I'm sure it's not terrible to some people. Oh, and the cat got in. Nope, bye. Bye, bye, bye. I think I might try to sand it with something. Maybe it'll make it better, but, like, in the light, it looks a lot worse. Like, if it's dull, you wouldn't be able to tell at all. I'm just worried about how it's going to feel. But this one looks really good. Looks like it'd be really soft if you touched it. So, I will check back in tomorrow when these are dry and let you know how the first coat holds up and if I'm going to need a second coat. Hey everyone, it's the next day, and I am going to get started on sanding these guys down. So when you sand this fabric on the chairs, you don't need to use, like, actual sandpaper. All I'm using is this paper towel, and the reason being is because I feel like if you do too much of it, I'm only trying to get away with one coat of this stuff, so if you use too much sandpaper, I feel like you're gonna end up seeing the fabric underneath. And let's be real, I could do 2 coats and wait another night, but, like, I want to get this done, and I know everybody else feels the exact same way as me, so just get you some paper towel, and it does the trick. Like, it feels like regular fabric the way that it felt before after you do this. So just do that, and you should be fine. So now that everything is the way that you want it to be, and you like the way that it feels, which feels exactly like it was before I even did this, so that is great. So to make sure nothing transfers onto your clothes or, you know, comes off of the actual chair, we're gonna use wax. For this step with the wax, you can use, like, a washcloth or any sort of, like, cloth material or an old rag or anything that you want. The wax won't do much, so I'm just gonna use a washcloth here. Go ahead and open up that wax. I haven't opened up my seal yet, so give me uno momento. Well, that seal was mildly annoying. I have wax all over me now, but it should look a little like this. It's runny. And this product you do put directly onto the product. Don't dilute this. The wax is on, and now we're going to wait another 24 hours. It should dry clear, and if it doesn't, I'm going to be angry, but I'm pretty sure it dries clear, so we will wait on that and see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have our finished product. I am obsessed. Like, I'm so excited. I love the way that this contrasts. And I like that it matches some of the stuff in my kitchen now, whereas the zebra stripes really didn't fit that well. This is beautiful. The other one looks just as good. Excuse my giant laundry pile. I was worried about that spot, but this is the chair that had the spot in it. You can't tell, can you? No, not at all. Like, I'm super thrilled about that. So now both of them look like a beautiful little piece of art, and I couldn't be more excited. And when you press down and you touch it and stuff, obviously no black or any color comes off or anything like that, which it should do. And if something like that does happen and color transfers, you did something wrong. And guys, this was one coat. If you're going from a light to a dark color, it's going to be much easier. So, like, if you're darker and you want to make something super bright, then it might take a few more coats. I only did one, and look how nice and black that came out, and there's no trace of pattern at all. Like, you would have never been able to tell this was a zebra stripe chair. which is insane to me.
So thank you for tuning in to this week's episode, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.